The following is a presentation of the Magnitude Sports Network. Let's turn things over to the broadcast booth. The pregame show starts now.
That one hits a single to right field. That will score. Jaroszewski and the Stars take the lead on the RBI single by Hansen to right field.
Wells fights to keep his shoulder up. And is pinned.
2:20 remains in the game. 4th and 17. The Vikings capitalize early on a big one. What will the Squirrels do? Deep pass down the field. Cooper Johnson and Mason O'Malley. Oh my! What a fantastic catch by Cooper Johnson.
Riddle. Andra down low. Iniger had it knocked free. Gets it back. Muscles his way in. Got it.
All right, now our microphones are working. Welcome to Gymkhana Stadium here in Moorhead, Minnesota. We're getting ready for this matchup between Dakota Fusion and Med City FC. Med City already played a friendly, a UPSL team. It is Austin Villa FC. They won that friendly 3-0, and that's the only game that they've played this year. Two teams in two different leagues, but they are right down Interstate I-90 from each other. So they've. I was talking to the coach right before we went on, saying they're hoping that that's not the only cup they've won. But so far, Med City FC is your 2023 I-90 Cup winners. So we wish them the best of luck as they open up the season here against Dakota Fusion. These two teams have played against each other on opening day the past two seasons, and the two teams have split. Med City won 2 years ago. Dakota Fusion won last year in the opener. So this is the opener, season opener rubber match, I guess you could, if you want to call it that. So thank you so much for tuning in. We got these starting lineups coming up here in about 60 seconds. And I think I got all the names down, but if I do mispronounce one or two of them, I will certainly send my apologies in advance here. So we will take a short timeout, and we'll be back with those starting lineups in just a moment. All right, welcome back. As I was told that they were going to do the starters at 6:50, but they have not done that yet. So we will go through the starters here, and then when they get ready to do the starters on the field, then we'll cut away to that. But first, for the visitors on the scoreboard for Med City FC. Your starting net keeper is Iker Gonzalez. He's from Madrid, Spain. And he'll be the starter in the net tonight here for Med City. The other starters at defense, Josh Ballseeger, and then Martin Rasmussen, Jake Strachan, and Andy Wilkinson are all defense. Forward, Ricardo Schrader Jr. I'm sorry, he told me it was Schroeder. Ricardo Schroeder Jr. Say that 3 times fast. From Parnara, Brazil. He's a forward. And then Toby Millward from Kingsland, England, and plays midfield and forward. And then Tristan. Yeah, I need to rewrite my own writing here. I believe it's starts with a Z. Jamu. Tristan Jamu will be a starting forward from Carnforth, England. And then Diago Mazzaco from Sao Paulo, Brazil, a midfielder starting. And then Matt Roberts from Towns, England, a midfielder. And also Gio Soares from Sao Paulo, Brazil is a midfielder. And that's your starters for Med City, who'll be in white jerseys with a big red, I can't quite read the sponsor logo on the front there, but white jerseys with a red sponsor logo on front and the bluish-green shorts. For the Dakota Fusion, starting in net is Jamie Colville from the United Kingdom. And then your other starters are Dawson Butcher, a defenseman from the United Kingdom, Brandon Gasper, a midfielder from the United Kingdom, Ben Nicholson, a midfielder from Australia, Kai Pritchard, a forward from the United Kingdom, Edward Burgos, a forward from Colombia, Matej Lengayo from Hungary, a midfielder, Ben Colburn, a midfielder from the United States, Germain Braquet from France, a midfielder, Sebastian Acuna, a defenseman from the United States, Ethan Bishop, a defenseman from the United States, Daniel Helly, a forward from Denmark, is actually a reserve. So I went through all the starters and I gave you one reserve as well. So backup goalie for the Fusion is Kodai Tuzuki from Japan. And it looks like the officials at midfield are getting ready to bring the two teams together here. So we'll turn it over to our PA announcer for the official starting lineups here.
They were intentional. Yeah.
Families even going, okay, go for the ball, like finally after this, when they could see that they were just
Where wouldn't they find football?
next it.
Hey, you're not in charge of them. You'll yell at them.
I know, I wanted them to like quit kicking the ball.
Feel like the flag should be bigger. Yeah, I know. It's Minnesota, they don't care about that.
Yeah, they should have one like forward. That's probably my favorite part of driving in the city. There's like 3 of those giant flags.
I used to have
Corner, it's just kind of pixelated.
in college. I used to have a huge flag. Took up our whole wall. Stole it off the Butler building on I-29.
Welcome once again to Jim Gata Stadium for this NPSL matchup between the Dakota Fusion and the visiting Med City FC. Once again on the northwest corner of the football field, or of the field, just to the right of the scoreboard, is the concession stand. And around the corner from the concession stand, you will find the men's and women's restrooms. Let's go over your starters. We'll start with the visitors on the scoreboard for Med City FC in their white jerseys with blue shorts. Starting in net for Med City, if I can find it here, is Iker Gonzalez from Madrid, Spain. Defenseman for Med City, number 2, Josh Valseeger. Number 3, Martin Rasmussen. Number 4, Drake Strachan. And number 5, Andy Wilkinson. A forward, number 7, Ricardo Schrader Jr. A midfielder slash forward, number 8, Toby Millard. A forward, number 10, Tristan Jamou. A midfielder, number 12, Diago Mazzaco. A midfielder, number 14, Matt Roberts. And last but not least, a midfielder, number 16, Gio Soros. And those are your starters for Med City, who will be the visitors on the scoreboard today. Welcome to Jim Gotta Stadium, everybody from Med City. And now for your home team, your Dakota Fusion. Starting in net from the United Kingdom, number 0, Jamie Colville. A defenseman wearing number 4, Dawson Butcher. A midfielder, number 6, Brandon Gasper. A forward, check that, a midfielder, number 9, Ben Nicholson. A forward, number 10, Kai Pritchard. A forward, number 11, Edward Burgos. A midfielder, number 12, Mede Lingayo. A midfielder, number 15, Jermaine Braquet. A midfielder, number 14, Ben Colburn. A defenseman, number 17, Sebastian Okuna. Another defenseman, wearing number 20, Ethan Bishop. And those are your starters for your Dakota Fusion. Let's play some football. Best of luck to both teams.
They did at the beginning of the UFC. They had that tribute to that shiny. They did. Yeah. Oh, that's so cool. Yeah. So all they had was that thing I posted. They had it up on the screen. That's so cool. Yeah. Just don't read the comments. But they were look at me. It's like impact of the trust. Yeah, absolutely. But I guess she's got some YouTube or something. It's on YouTube.
And some technical issues with the national anthem, so apologize for that.
I went to that MMA in Detroit Lake City. She was one of the three. Oh, really?
All right, welcome back, and you just heard your starting lineups there, and now we're ready to go here. 90 minutes. Well, actually, 90 minutes. We'll start it at 0 and go up, but 45-minute halves with a 15-minute halftime, plus stoppage time at the end of the first half and the second half, anywhere from 0 minutes up to I think 7 minutes is the maximum I've ever seen in NPSL or WPSL matchup here. And so we are certainly looking forward to this matchup. It's our third season broadcasting Dakota Fusion here on Magnitude Sports, as well as simulcasting on 11 Sports and FIFA Plus. So we thank you for tuning in, as well as the Dakota Fusion YouTube channel. So wherever you're watching, whether it's 11 Sports, Dakota Fusion YouTube, Magnitude YouTube, or FIFA Plus, we thank you for tuning into this broadcast here, and hope that you enjoy this broadcast here today. So once again, Med City in the white jerseys with blue-greenish, dark blue, almost have a little bit of a green tint to it, with the red sponsor logo on the front and the blue jerseys. And then Dakota Fusion will come out and open up this season in a. I really like the jerseys, but I've never seen them in a previous game over the last 2 seasons that we've done. But they're. I'm being told that somebody else has seen them, but I haven't. So, oh no, I'm being told that nobody's seen them. Okay, well, with that case, we like them. We like them a lot, or at least I like them a lot. I'm getting a thumbs up from our cameraman Chris, who would be on a microphone, but we were missing an adapter here. So, I know he doesn't care, but he's gonna expect more money from me if since I didn't get him on the air with me. But we'll get some thoughts from him occasionally here. So as soon as the official blows the whistle here, we'll start the clock. As soon as that ball is touched, the clock will start and go up from 0. And we're underway here in the first half of this one. Dakota Fusion will control it. They'll kick it up to the near side here on the near sideline for Pritchard. Check that wrong. No, that was the right roster. And now they'll work it near side. It'll go out of bounds, or at least I thought it did. Must have stayed in. No flags went up, and now it's controlled here by Med City. Picking it back up there is Dawson Butcher for the Fusion. He'll dump it back to the goalie, and the goalie will release it up towards midfield, where Med City will control. Nice back heel pass there by Ricardo Schrader Jr., but Fusion will take it right back. Once again, in the nets today here for Dakota Fusion is Jamie Colville, and for Med City is Iker Gonzalez. Gonzalez from Madrid, Spain, Colville from the United Kingdom. And we'll have our first, I think that went out as for a corner kick here. And we'll have our first corner kick of the year.
That would make sense. I think I've seen that. Yeah, 'cause it's the triangle.
It'll come from the near corner.
Yep. I'd like to play with us. You would. I think that'd be a fun one. Get the hit.
And it'll be taken there by Toby Millard.
You can hit him with the stick.
And Millard tried to center it, but a nice job on defense there by Pritchard to bounce it back out for another corner kick there for Med City.
I know. Pay attention.
There's nobody up here running scoreboard, so we'll have to rely on our clock to be as close as accurate as possible there. Playing in the 3rd minute as this one bounces out. And tell you what, we're going to let you enjoy the game with no commentary here, and I'm going to go see if we can get that scoreboard working on the field. Actually, he's going to go do it, I guess, and I'll run the camera. So goal kick coming up here for you as we enter the 4th minute of this contest. And Colville will get set to kick it here for the Fusion. He'll direct his teammates up the field. Now come down to the near side, initially controlled and then pushed out of bounds there by Med City. It'll be a throw-in for the Fusion's Ethan Bishop, who will take the toss. Controlled by Med City in the backfield, and they'll bring it up the far sideline. It'll be controlled in the back here by Wilkinson. And now it's taken away, and that one's going to go towards the net, but it's controlled nicely there by Gonzalez. And now out of bounds, last touch there by the Fusion's Edward Burgos. So the clock on the field has been set, and we're about 10 seconds ahead of it right now. So quickly out of bounds, and it'll be a Med City or a Fusion throw-in. Taken here by Bishop. He'll toss it into the right at the top of the goal box. Tried to feed it inside, but it was punctured right back out to the far side and out of bounds for another Fusion throw-in here. So what we'll do is we'll stop our clock and let the clock on the field catch up to our clock, and then we'll restart our clock here. All right, now we are exactly where we should be. Flag is up, out of bounds. Throw in there for Med City. They'll bring it back here to Gonzalez. Gonzalez will tap it to the far side, and they'll work it out to the edge. And now across, back to the near side here. It'll be taken by Rasmussen, but he won't be able to control it. Quick throw in here. And it'll be Bishop taking the toss in. First contact made there by Med City. And they work it back up the field where Bishop will push it back there onto the foot of Butcher. Butcher now over to Colburn. Colburn will feed it up through a couple Med City defenders, and they'll try and work it up. That's Wigaiho Mabakanye, and I actually spoke to him face to face, and he told me how to pronounce his name. So give me a couple games, and I'll have that come out of my mouth, no problem. But I have to look at it there a couple times. That's one of the fun things about Dakota Fusion and NPSL in general, as well as WPSL for that matter. As we are now in the 7th minute, still looking for our first goal of the game here between Dakota Fusion and Med City. Once again, it's opening day here of the NPSL season for the Dakota Fusion. Med City played a 3-0 victory over a UPSL team up by 90. Austin Villa FC. Different league, but they are really close to each other, and they played a friendly, and Med City would win that game 3-0. So I'm going to try and duplicate that that process here in what you could call maybe don't want to use the word unfriendly, but friendly's kind of like preseason hockey or preseason football, and then you got the regular season and nobody's friendly anymore in theory. It'll be the Fusion goalie setting it up here for a goal kick. Colville.
Like every drug has like the same side effects.
Med City will control it, and that is Toby Millard. And now the first shot on goal comes in the 9th minute, just as we crack the eggs on the 9th minute of play here, and still scoreless. Fusion haven't had a quality shot on goal. Med City's had a couple of opportunities, but that was their first quality scoring chance. And now it's booted away there by Colville. Med City will touch up on it, but it'll go out of bounds and be a Fusion throw-in. Bishop will take the toss here for the Fusion. He'll lead it up there for Pritchard. Can Pritchard catch up to it? Now it's centered in and then blocked right into the hands of Gonzalez. And Med City will work it up the far side, but they're battling for it over there. Fusion will gain control. Now they're trying to work the ball back into the middle here. That ball may have been tipped to the far side, and now it's going to be booted up and out by Andy Wilkinson, and that'll be a corner kick for the Fusion from the far side. I believe it's going to be Daniel Helly If I can see the jersey number correctly, I'm not sure. I don't think it's Helly because he's a reserve. It might be somebody else with a 2 on there. It is Helly, 23, Daniel Helly, a forward from Denmark. He'll take the corner kick, and that one's in and punched away there by Gonzalez. Nice job, controlled by the Fusion. It comes back out of the goal box, and they'll dump it back here for Burgos. And now Bishop will take it from midfield, lead it up, and he's got, and he was offsides. I thought he was in line with that last defender, but the official on the far side raised his flag and said that the Fusion was offside. So I'll give the ball and a free kick opportunity here for Med City. Gonzalez will set it up. He'll tap it out, and they'll work the ball out to the near edge. Now at midfield, couldn't get it around Bishop, and now hobbling a little bit there is Schrader. Hopefully he's okay. He's staying in the game, trying to tough it out.
Do you get any handled runs like this?
Loose ball at midfield,
I
and
think I want to get a black on.
Pritchard had to slow up a little bit there, otherwise he would have been offside. From the far side, they'll cross it near side here onto the foot of Rasmussen, and Rasmussen will see it go out of bounds, and there'll be Bishop throwing it in. There's one that I've learned now. Bishop will toss it up there to Pritchard. Pritchard inside, and that one wailed down out of bounds right over the Fusion bench. And the ball boy will get a new ball into Bishop and go chase down that one so we can continue play here. And we have a free kick for the Fusion here, as Ricardo Schrader Jr. wanting a little bit more of an explanation for that whistle, but he's not going to get it, as would none of the other players from either team as well. That's a shot, and a nice shot there off the foot of Jermaine Braquet. And a nice save by Gonzalez as well. So now both teams have had one quality scoring chance on goal. Last year, Eric Tiansen, who's no longer with Magnitude Sports, did most of the Dakota Fusion games. He's now broadcasting with a TV station down in the Atlanta, Georgia area. And what the point I'm getting at is him and I determined that any shot on goal here at Jim Gatta Stadium would be between the P and the D in the word Spuds in the end zone there. Anything outside of the P and D would be considered not a shot on goal. Racing down to the far side there is Helly, and he's able to keep it in. Now he's looking for an entry pass here, and he's going to drop it back. Shot from the top of the box, and that one got deflected on its way in. And nice defensive play there by, according to coach, number 15 is not playing today, but it looked like number 15 for Med City, but we'll let that one go for now. Entering into the 13th minute now. These two teams kind of battling out for the Dakota Fusion, or for Med City, I meant to say. Probably one of the things they want to do here is, just based on the first 13 minutes of action, is they probably want to control the tempo. It looks like Dakota Fusion kind of wants to get into a little bit of a track meet here, so they need to control the tempo and pace. Otherwise, Dakota Fusion might get a few more chances than Med City will in this one, so especially if they get in a track meet. I'm not saying that Med City isn't fast, but it's certainly up to this point. It looks like Dakota Fusion has a little bit more of the energy. Free kick here coming from about 45 yards out from the goal, and they'll head it on. One bounce right into the hands there of Colville, and Colville will direct his teammates away from the net, and that one is taken upfield. And there's going to be another free kick here for the Fusion, as I can't see who that is, but he took a hard fall.
Are they going to have the special spray?
So this will be one of those moments in the game where it could potentially rack up some stoppage time at the end of the first half here. Once again, we want to say thanks to Dakota Fusion for allowing us to come back and broadcasting their games again. It certainly is fun. Absolutely love doing this. And after we get a couple games into the season, it's a little bit easier once you start to know all the players on the Dakota Fusion. Then you only have to learn one team instead of two. So
No, it's like they spray it like down the fence.
but we wish the best of luck to both teams in this contest here. That attack attempt was evaded, and now Bishop can't get it by Schrader. And now another whistle, and it's going to be a free kick here for Med City.
Comes out the bottom.
Kai Pritchard getting a warning from the official saying, hey, don't do that again, please. Not his exact words, but it's the same thing. Trust me. Nice boot there. Gets it inside of the goal box where it's headed by a Fusion defender and then touched up there by Med City's Matt Roberts over on the far side. They tried to work it in there. Med City nearly created an opportunity, but the Fusion coming away with it. Now up the field here, it's Braquet. Braquet will launch it up, and he is onside over on the far side there. It's Burgos, and out of bounds, and it'll be a throw-in for Med City. Throwing from the far side once again. Mike alongside Chris here helping us out on the broadcast. And once again, whoever you're cheering for, we wish your team the best of luck.
Yeah, they're broadcasting. I wonder if game time's actually set.
Throw-in will come into the far side there. Closest one is Braquet for the Fusion. The downside, the downside to this is you only get to see the opponents once unless you travel with the team to see them play the road game later in the season. But the way the NPSL and WPSL works, all the teams have their own streaming outlets for their games. So we get to see Med City once a year, and I wish we could see them more. That'd be great. And I think the Fusion player might have a little bit of a case to plead there, to be honest with you. Was whoever number 15 is, who's supposedly injured, was he tripped, or did he flop, or was it maybe a combination of both? And I'm not accusing anybody from Ed City from flopping, but I'm just saying there. It kind of looked like it from the way I saw it from up here. But some nice defense from both teams here, as both teams have had one quality shot on goal for sure. I think Dakota Fusion had a second, if memory serves me correctly. That'll be booted up the sideline here for Pritchard. And out of bounds, and that will be, I didn't see where it went out of bounds at, so I'm not sure if it's a throw-in or a corner kick. Looks like it'd be a throw-in. Bishop will toss it in. Back to midfield to his defender. And it's touched up there by Colburn. Colburn will push it over the far side for Nicholson. And now the flag is up, and we have the ball going back to Med City for a free kick.
You said they put some down.
Saw a lot of improvement for Dakota Fusion from 3 years ago to last year. And now we'll get to see if they've improved again from last year to this year. But, yeah, the Dakota Fusion, I think they only won 1 or 2 games 3 seasons ago. And they had a much better win-loss record last season. Booted up field there by Butcher. And now battled for, and the Fusion will control it. They'll put it up, and that one is going to be deflected away, as chasing after it there was Pritchard. But once again, both teams playing some great defense when the ball gets down into the respective areas of the field there where it could be a scoring chance for the opposite team. This one will go all the way back there for Colville. And he'll get it set for the goal kick here. And he'll just roll it out there to his teammate. And then his teammate will put it up towards Pritchard, but Pritchard will watch it go out of bounds for a Med City throw-in. Ball boy will keep the action going here. Taking the toss there is Rasmussen. He'll bounce it back here to Gonzalez. Med City will work it on their 3 defenders. Fusion with the throw-in, but it's touched up immediately by Med City and headed back and forth between the two teams. Now they will work it back to the defender there. That is Butcher. Butcher will work it up here in the direction of Pritchard, but it skipped through his legs. Mid City will touch up on it as Bishop tried to keep it in on the header there, but it'll go out of bounds for a Med City throw-in. In the 21st minute of play now here at Jim Gana Stadium in Moorhead, Minnesota. And I don't know how many people are from Fargo-Moorhead on the Fusion. I think maybe 2. But that's why they call it Fusion. I remember our first broadcast here at Jim Gana Stadium 2 years ago. We featured 25 different countries on the field between the two teams that played, and that was a matchup between Med City and Dakota Fusion, actually. I believe Med City won that game. I don't remember what the final score was. I could look back on our website and find out, but... And then, if memory serves me correctly, I believe Dakota Fusion won the opener with Med City last year, if I remember correctly. So if my memory serves me correctly, then this is the season opener rubber match between the Fusion and Med City. Colville will send it out to his defender. They'll try and work the far edge. And it's immediately taken away there by Matt Roberts on the far side. And we're approaching the 23rd minute of play now.
Yeah, we drove by the Cullen place.
Lame. That was an awful call.
That was a really bad call.
Isn't the main refs supposed to have different color shirt than the side judges or side?
Yeah, usually they.
Yellow.
So out of bounds for a goal kick here for Colville.
Maybe they're interchanging this. This must be like a he must
I had to help one put on his sweatshirt at the tournament last weekend. He was like stuck.
I want to go out of bounds. Med City will gain possession.
Pay attention, kids.
So we've entered the 24th minute of play now here. So that one will be scooted out of bounds. Ball boy will chase it down, and wherever the nearest ball is the one that will get to continue action here. Once again, 45-minute halves. Most of you who are watching are probably familiar with that, but there might be a couple who were curious, so now you know. 15-minute halftime between the two 45-minute halves, plus any stoppage time. I would guess we'd have about 1 or 2 minutes of stoppage time. The official in the middle of the field will alert us to how much stoppage time there is once we get closer to that 45th minute of play. It'll be a throw in here for Med City.
How is it? Is it gray like last year or is it actually
Once again, these games can end in a tie. There is no penalty shots or anything like that to decide any ties. So that's certainly a possibility. Now that changes in the postseason, but in the regular season, they can end in ties. 25th minute of play now as Colville will set it up for a goal kick here for the Fusion.
Jess and I got a popcorn at lunch from Dan's thing, and they put so much butter on it, it was like leaking out the bottom and got all over
Where were they going to eat?
Nice boot there by Colville all the way up to the far side, and nice, even better defense there by Med City. Bishop will step up on Diago Mazzacco. There we go. Once again, if I could see Med City more than once, I'd get their names down in a couple games too. Most of them are pretty easy, and some of them are repeats from last year too, so that's certainly helpful. It's picked up now here by, well, I'm just going to assume that number 15's here. Either that or I don't have the right name for number 15, or the coach was mistaken on who's not playing today. But
And you're not going to call that one?
once again, if it's not my voice, that's fans in the stands that you're hearing, and their opinions of what's happening on the field may or may not reflect the opinions of Magnitude Sports. So just keep that in mind. If you hear something you don't like from a fan, it's not on us. Colville will scoop up that loose ball. I have a total of 10 matches for the Dakota Fusion this year. This is the first of those 10. I believe it's 6 and 4. 6 for the guys and 4 for the women, if I remember correctly, but I could be wrong. There's an opportunity and another scoring chance. This one off the foot of Daniel Helly. So 3 quality scoring chances for the Fusion, only 1 so far here from Med City. Even though that's not an official stat, that's from memory. But nobody has been able to cash in yet. Put one in the back of the net. Tried to feed it to the outside, but behind the play is a whistle, and I was looking at the ball. I didn't see what happened behind the play. Looks like it's going to be a free kick here for Med City just in front of midfield. So work it over to the near side here onto the foot of Wilkinson. Wilkinson will look upfield, dish it off there for Mazzacco. And Mazzacco put it onto the foot of Rasmussen. Rasmussen swings it inside for Roberts. Roberts back to the defender there onto the foot of Jake Strachan. And now it's taken away by the Fusion, controlled on the far side there by Helly, and now out of bounds. And a toss in for the Fusion, I believe. Nope, I'm not going to guess from that far away. And that will go out of bounds. That should be a Med City toss, but apparently not. Apparently the official saw something that I didn't, and that will be a Dakota Fusion toss. As that loud rumbling that you hear right now on your set is a train going by. There's a train track directly behind our press box here, maybe by about 25 feet or less. I mean, it's really close. I don't think you can get any closer without breaking some ordinances of some sort, but looks like we have an injured Med City player down here over in front of the Fusion goal box. See if we can get an eye on who that is. Hopefully it's nothing serious. Can't quite get the jersey number on his shorts, so, but whoever that is, we hope that he's okay. The medical staff here at Jim Gotta Stadium is courtesy of Essentia Health out of Fargo. So we appreciate their time to come out here and make sure that they can attend any injuries that may occur in this game. And you know, as we hope that there's no injuries ever. And now he's up, and that appears to be Toby Millard. And looks like he's walking on his own power, so that's good. That'll add some stoppage time to the first half as we enter the 30th minute here, or approach the 31st minute. About 20 seconds shy. And now we enter the 31st minute. All right, so back to action now. Fusion control it. They send it to Bishop here on the near sideline. He'll drop it back. It'll work its way all the way back to Colville. And the Fusion will try and set it up again. Right now it's on the foot of Ben Colburn and out of bounds, and a Med City throw-in. And now they got some good positioning here on the throw-in. It's taken by Mazzocco, and now it's booted back out. Mazzocco gets his shoulder on it as it was attempted to be cleared there by Bishop. It'll go out of bounds, and Bishop will take the toss in. The toss, it's initially touched by the Fusion's Edward Burgos, but that felt like an eternity ago. And now the Fusion will work it up. It's Nicholson. Nicholson will take a boot up the near sideline, and he's onside. Now can he shake the defender? Centers it in, but a nice defensive play there by Wilkinson to keep it away from dangerous grounds. Wilkinson will boot it upfield and clear it up to midfield, but the Fusion will retake control. They'll drop it back to the defenders to set up another rush here. And Med City will take it away. They'll drop it back here onto the foot of Wilkinson. Wilkinson will work it to his left, and now they'll work it to the far left. I believe that was Seeger on the far side. They'll come all the way back there for Colburn. And now racing after it there was Nicholson. Out to midfield. Med City will send it up, but Bishop is there. He'll send it up towards Pritchard. Dumps it back. And now they work it over to the far side where Med City will control it. And that will be Strackett who will touch up on it in the backfield. A couple of touches later, it gets back to Strachan. Strachan will flip it near side here onto the foot of Wilkinson. Back to Strachan. Another cool thing about this sport is the people on the far side of the field will be on the near side of the field in the second half, and hopefully I can learn this half of the field by the second half, and then I can spend the second half learning what I couldn't learn in the first half. 34th minute now here, still 0-0 between Med City and Dakota Fusion. Once again, wherever you're watching, whether it's Magnitude Sports, the Dakota Fusion YouTube, or 11 Sports, or on FIFA Plus, we certainly appreciate you tuning in. Gonzalez now will control it. Hovering in the area is Burgos for the Fusion. They'll work it up the far sideline, and controlling it at about midfield there is Med City, but now they give it up right away. And now the Fusion have control. Battling for it there was Nicholson, but there were too many white jerseys nearby him to successfully win that battle. And And Med City getting some bounces, and now we have a whistle. I believe it's on the Fusion, and if it is, it'll be a free kick from just outside the goal box here for Med City. And it does look like the Fusion are lining up to build that wall there, and the goal kick will come from about 30 yards out of the net.
I've only seen one person.
We don't know how to turn it on.
They should just get a bag of microwave popcorn. 45 seconds later,
Next time they'll have the smart pop or the individual bag.
It might be Millard who's setting it up. And it is. Yep, I just got confirmation that it was indeed number 8. As we enter the 36th minute. That one just over the crossbar, a little high. I bet you Millard would like to have that one back. I don't know if he's a football player, but he got it through the upright, so if anybody from the Minnesota Vikings are watching, could have some prospects here on this broadcast.
Not really. They don't travel much. No. You're in that.
Med City will control it, and as soon as I say that, the Fusion take it back.
See, that's not a
Work it up the far sideline, and right there is Mazzocco.
my luck, I'd be watching.
And Mazzocco now nearly took it away again. It bounces free to midfield, and now the Fusion take it away, but not before a whistle. I think there may have been an infraction on the Fusion there, and the referee going up and sharing some words there with Butcher, Dawson Butcher.
No.
So another free kick here for Med City. This one will come from a little bit further away. About 48 yards away from the net for this free kick. And we'll see what Med City places this one here.
And then it's like, then my hips started hurting. And my sister was like, take me out.
And that one's headed by Bishop defensively, trying to keep it out of there. Now it's headed back in, and now another whistle. So that'll result in a free kick here for the Fusion. That'll be taken by the Fusion goalie, Jamie Colville. Colville will set it up right on the penalty line, or just inside of it, actually. Turned out to not be as bad of an evening as I thought it was going to be, as it pretty much rained all morning and afternoon here in the Fargo-Moorhead area, and thought we would certainly have some sprinkles to deal with during this game, but that's not the case right now, so that's also a bonus. Fingers crossed. Picked up here by Med City. That is Gonzalez, and he'll work it up near side. He tried to get it to Mazzocco, but he'll go out of bounds, and it'll be a Fusion throw-in. So, though the scoreboard matches the logo color of the two teams, neither team are wearing those colors today, so we hope that it's not too confusing for you. Got Dakota Fusion in black and Med City in white. So the Med City shorts match the scoreboard. We'll put it that way. There's Nicholson who pushed it over to the far side, and now trying to work it up, but he was offside. He was right in front of the defender by about a step. And all you have to be is the length of a penny to be offsides. So that was a good 12 or 13 pennies worth of offsides there as they work it back up near side here onto the foot of Rasmussen. Rasmussen will back it up to his defender as they swing it over here to Wilkinson. Wilkinson up court, or upfield, I should say. And it's deflected out of bounds. It will be a Fusion throw-in. And Bishop will take the throw, and as he gets the ball from the ball boy, he'll toss it up and in, and it's immediately touched up there by Mid-City, and they will control the possession at the moment. They'll try and work it up the near sideline. The ball will stay in bounds, but racing up to it, the only one in the area was Colborne. He will dump it back to Colville, his goalie, and his goalie will set it up here for a kick. So we're into the we're now into the 40th minute here. I would estimate that we have about maybe 3 minutes of stoppage time. But in the near future, we'll find out if my estimation is correct or not. Gonzalez will boot it away. And it'll land right in front of midfield where the Fusion will touch up on it. And that is Sebastian Acuna. And it's into the back of the net, and the Fusion score. Scoring for the Fusion is Daniel Helly, a forward from Denmark. And in the 41st minute, he puts it into the back of the net for the Fusion, and they take a 1-0 lead. Scoring the goal for your Fusion, number 23, Daniel Helly. All right, 1-0 now Fusion on the goal by Helly. And the Fusion have had more of those quality scoring chances, and they took advantage of it there and knocked it in. And now Bishop has a little bit of space, and he'll put one up. He'll curve it in. Oh, and Helly nearly had two in a row. He went up to head it in, and it just was a little bit beyond his vertical reach. If Helly could have got his head on it, it very well could be 2-0 right now here in the 42nd minute. And that would go, that would be relayed to ESPN to see if we could sneak it into the top 10 if that would have happened, but it didn't happen, so we're not going to try. So the Fusion get the early lead here, and now Med City will have to play from behind here to try and even it up. Bishop controls it well, and fighting for it there was Pritchard. And now they'll give the ball here to a free kick here for Med City, as one of the fans thinks that's a weak call, but once again, the fans may or may not reflect the opinions here of the broadcast crew. And that one is sent in, and it's headed away there by Colburn out of bounds. And I think, depending on what the whistle was, looks like it's going to be an infraction on Med City. And had it not been for that whistle, Med City would have had a corner kick from the far side, but instead it's going to result in a goal kick here for Colville. And he'll set it up here for the Fusion, who are leading 1-0 on the goal by Daniel Helly in the 41st minute. Bishop will try. Oh, I thought for a moment there that Zacco might have an opportunity, but Ball squared away too quickly back to Colville, and now it's back up to midfield where the Fusion work it up again. Oh, and a nice defensive play there by Josh Ballseger as they tried to get it to Braquet for the Fusion. And Ballseger had the step. Otherwise, Braquet may have had a breakaway opportunity there. Braquet will work on it again. And he will take a tumble into the air. And they will call it. Whether he sold it or not, they will call it. And are they handing out a card here? It looks like they are. A yellow card has been issued to Med City.
Remember that lady that one game?
As we enter into the 45th minute, so I'm going to guess we have about 3 to 4 minutes of stoppage time here.
Some older lady from the concession stand came up here. Oh, you got them hot dogs.
Sent in, and a nice headed attempt there by Butcher, but it stays in the back line.
Chippy.
Well, apparently that part got deleted from our the stoppage time part. It's 3 minutes according to the official down on the field. So, and that one is booted up and out.
I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. Well, at this point, you might as well take the foul because it's going
All right, free kick coming in here, and so we had to make a adjustment on the field clock there. We were asked to announce. I don't know if announcing also meant running the scoreboard, but there's nobody up here running the scoreboard, so we're running the scoreboard on the field too, as well as doing everything that you see on screen. But next time we'll be prepared for that, and I'll bring the scoreboard over here and we'll work it if we have to.
I don't remember which game it was last weekend. One of the coaches was like, remember, we don't kick it in front of us.
Toss in here for Ballseger, and that one is tipped away and cleared out. And that'll do it for half number one. 1-0 Fusion here over Med City at halftime at Jim Gana Stadium. We will take a break for 15 minutes. We'll come back and talk to you in the second half here on Magnitude Sports. All right, welcome back as we get ready to start the second half here at Jim Gana Stadium. 1-0 in favor of the Dakota Fusion. Med City will have the ball to start things off here. I want to thank you for tuning in, whether you're watching on the Dakota Fusion YouTube, the Magnitude Sports YouTube, or 11 Sports or FIFA Plus. All right, had a video on with my voice in the background, so I had to hush up and figure out how to not hear myself when I'm talking, so. One nothing on the goal in the 41st minute by, I know it was Helly, I forget his first name, Daniel Helly. And that's been the only scoring so far. So I did research it, and I was incorrect earlier in our broadcast when I said these two teams had split. Med City's actually won both of them. So now Dakota Fusion looking to steal one back here on their home field. So Med City's 2-0 against the Fusion in home openers. Matter of fact, Mid City was the only team in the NPSL last year to win both the home and the road games against the Fusion. And we're underway here in the second half. We're going to zoom all the way out here and oh, never mind. We got it working now. Okay, we're going to zoom back in a little bit here. Get you a little bit closer to the action. Med City going from right to left as you see it. And Dakota Fusion will have the advantage of the breezy wind that's going the opposite direction on the field, which is what Med City had in the first half. So whether or not it's a true advantage or not, I guess, is up for debate, as Dakota Fusion has the goal going against the wind. So we'll see if going against the wind benefits Med City here in the second half or not, as we are in the 46, about to be in the 47th minute of play here at Jim Gata Stadium. As the lights have come on, they may have been on in the first half too, and I just didn't notice it, but it's on. They're on now. So, of course, sunset tonight at 8:43, which is in 30 minutes from now, so we'd be in the 77th minute at that point. So at least, you know, I can do math. Here's Gonzalez. Gonzalez will boot it away here to the near side, and it's out of bounds, as Millard couldn't control it. And now it's through the legs there of Strachan. And Strachan will regain control and boot it upfield. Loose ball will be scooped up by the Fusion. And Bakwanwe, the person who had the ball about 5 touches ago after I figured out how to pronounce his name. And like I said, give me a couple games and I'll have that one, no problem. Back the other way now is Mizako. And Mizako will see that one slip away, and his defenders will pick it up. It's Rasmussen who will boot it forward, and a couple touches later picked up in the middle there, and a trip up by one of the Fusion players will be a free kick, as Tristan Zamu is the one who took the tumble.
Found it.
I know a lot of people that just
All right, so Millard will set up for the kick here for Med City. 37 yards out, he'll slip it in, and it came off the back heel out to the near edge. I'm not sure that's what Mid City was hoping for, but they're controlling it now, and a nice job there by Wilkinson to keep control of it momentarily, but it will go out of bounds for a goal, for a corner kick, actually. Yep, for a corner kick. And taking the corner kick there, I believe, is Millard.
I suppose because of the housing, if it would have been just the
Impellers are cheap.
yeah.
But yeah, I could
Millard will send it in. That'll be headed out, top of the box, trying to boot it back in, but defensively is Butcher who punted it out, and Now some defense here. Millard has an opportunity, he heads it in, but it's booted out there by Burgos. Fusion trying to control on the near side here, and it's Helly, the goal scorer. Out of bounds and a Fusion throw-in. And that throw-in will be intercepted immediately there by Rasmussen. Millard will take it away, and Rasmussen will try and touch up on it, but it scoops away. And now the Fusion trying to take it upfield. It's Burgos. Burgos will work the far edge of the field here and try, ooh, and a little extracurriculars there from Rasmussen as it looked like he kind of punched Burgos in the back of the net. I don't know, neck. I don't know if he intended that or not, but.
Yep.
Burgos must have said something that he didn't like. Matt Roberts, number 14. And Roberts is emphatic to the official that his teammate there, let's see here, Tristan Zamu was taken down. And now we have another whistle here. So a free kick from Med City, 45 yards out from the goal. And it's sent right into the box. High ball. Fusion will get on it. It'll bounce back, and chasing after it there was Colborne. They'll work it out to the far side. Fusion still in control of it. Loose ball up front, and now Gonzalez, the goalie, coming way, way out of the goal box. And now it'll come back to Gonzalez once again, and don't normally see a goalie come that far out. And another whistle here and a free kick from Med City. I've seen goalies come out before, but I've never seen one come that far out, to be honest with you. Wilkinson is the guy touching it up in the back there. Now back to Gonzalez.
It's a boat that costs money no matter what. You can look at it. Like, you can run it, shut it off, and then the thing won't even turn over 10 seconds later. Like, you just don't get it.
Out of bounds, looks like Bishop will make the toss from the far sideline. If you're just tuning in, the goal came in the 41st minute off the foot of Daniel Helly. And that's all the scoring so far. Fusion have had 3 or 4 quality scoring chances, and they cashed in on one of those. And Med City's had 2, but they haven't been able to cash in on either of them. So coming into the game for Med City is number 12, into the game for Dakota Fusion is number 12, Matei Lingayo. Actually, I don't know if he's coming into the game or not, but it looked like he came off the sideline. There's a Dakota Fusion player walking the long way around the back of the field. So I would presume that number 12 came in for whoever that individual is, but I thought, according to my list, he was a starter to start with. That one goes over the net. Doesn't mean he didn't come out, but I didn't see him come out. Let's put it that way. 54th minute of play now. 1-0 Fusion off the foot of Daniel Helly in the 41st minute. Corner kick here for Med City. A good chance for them to capitalize here over on this end of the field. Nice defensive header there by Butcher. And now coming back to get it is Wilkinson. Wilkinson will drop it all the way back to Gonzalez. And Gonzalez has a one-on-one there with Helly, the goal scorer. But Gonzalez gets it away. And now the ball comes back at about midfield, and it's right now on the foot of Matthias Mia. They'll work it over near side here for Mazzacco. Mazzacco will drop it back, and that's on the foot of Rasmussen. Rasmussen sends it up. A couple touches later there, it's Soros battling for it. Now they'll drop it back again. Med City going the wrong way at the moment, but they're trying to set up a play, and so far it's working because now they're advancing the ball up the field. And a nice backheel defensive kick there by Acuna for the Fusion. And now they get it onto the foot of Helly, the goal scorer. And Helly gets maybe pushed down there by Rasmussen. Either way, it'll be a free kick for the Fusion. I want to say hi to Scott chiming in on the chat and for subscribing to us on YouTube. Hey, if anybody watching has score updates from other games in the NPSL, we'll take them.
You know, or they're doing something they're not supposed to be doing. But yeah, even that replay game.
Right now in the 60th minute, it's Joy Athletic Club out of St. Louis Park in Minnesota, leading LCRS by the score of 3-0. And that's in the 60th minute right now. So we'll keep you up to date on that game. And once again, we want to say thanks to our buddy Scott for passing that info along to us. And here's an opportunity, and oh man, Med City's Ricardo Schrader Jr. collided there with Fusion's goalie Jamie Colville, and the collision possibly saved this game from being tied up at 1-1. As I look on my phone at the replay there, yeah, it looks like Colville, according to the replay that I just saw on my phone, Colville got a clean foot on that clear, and it was the Med City player there, Schrader Jr., who just got tripped up. No foul, no dirty play from either player, just a good defensive play by the Fusion goalie, and that came ricocheted off the foot of Ricardo Schrader Jr., a forward from Paranara, Brazil.
Ball was going down, goalie came out and kicked it.
In the 58th minute, the Minnesota Twin Stars lead the Duluth Blue Greens by a score, or I'm sorry, it's the Duluth Blue Greens leading the Twin Stars 2-0 in the 58th minute.
Was a close one. I don't know. It was yellow.
So once again, Joy Athletic Club leading LCRs 3-0 in the 60th minute, and Duluth Blue Greens FC leading the Minnesota Twin Stars 2-0 in the 58th minute. At last report. Thank you very much, Scott, for passing that along to us. Appreciate it. This one booted along. Here it's 1-0 in the 58th minute. Defense has been great by both of these teams, with the exception of the one opportunity that the Fusion were able to cash in on back in the 41st minute. These two teams have not given up much to their respective opponent. I have to say, I'm pretty impressed with the quality of play here that I've seen in this game so far from both of these teams. They'll chip it up into the box. They try to set it up, and that one's cleared out there, or at least partially cleared by Strachan. Fusion will control it, send it back in. Right now it's on the foot of Braquet. Germain Braquet, midfielder from France. So if I just remember France, I can put that little French, what's the word I'm looking for here? French spin on my English tone, I guess. This little, I'm just gonna stop before I dig myself a hole. And that one went a little bit wide right. Try to have some fun here, but I did 2 baseball games earlier today that were about, so the doubleheader between those 2 baseball games. totaled up to just over 4 hours of broadcasting, and now we got another 59, make it 60 minutes of broadcasting here, and still about another 30 to go. And then it's off to St. Cloud, maybe, if I decide to go. I might oversleep. In theory, I'd be 200 miles from here by 8:30 in the morning, but we'll see if I wake up in time or not. Med City trying to work it back in, and a nice deflection there by Acuna. That one's sent up and headed back into the center there, and now trying to put it on net there, but a save. And a nice shot there by Mazzocco.
Like, there's a whole soccer compilation on YouTube about dragging the clock out. Yeah,
That's
they'll,
what we were telling them to do last week.
yeah, slow down. Like, they were
Med City working it on the near sideline here. They'll try and feed it up, but it's immediately sent right back by the Fusion and then taken away again here by Med City. And a nice move there that almost worked for, I believe that was Soros. And it was Soros, and now Soros will, as Soros and Acuna collided, and now Acuna's down on the field. And the official giving some words of wisdom here. And it looked like he had a card in his hand, but I don't know, did he actually serve it?
yeah.
Usually he'd put the card directly up in the air and not off to the side. That's how I saw it anyway, unless you saw it differently. Yeah, well, I'm not sure if that's an official yellow card or not. We're gonna say no, just because I've done enough of these to usually know when they're served. But oh, and colliding there with Gonzalez. I believe it might have been Langayo. And it was indeed Langayo. So Med City and Gonzalez will send it away here for Med City FC. And a lot of touching that the officials don't like here in the last 4 or 5 minutes of play. As we've entered into the 63rd minute now, that one's booted out, and that should be a corner kick, I think. Yes, it will be a corner kick from the near corner here, and getting ready to set it up there is number, I keep thinking that's number 15, but sending it in, if I'm gonna go with Soros and say it's 16. Fusion will head it out to the side there. It's touched up by Zamu for Med City, and now comes all the way back, and it's Strachan who will chase it down. He'll touch it back to Gonzalez. Gonzalez will send it back out here, and now it'll be Rasmussen sending it into the middle. I'll feed a nice couple passes here as Rasmussen will touch it back up, and now it's sent up. And a nice job there by Mazzocco. Mazzocco almost had had probably the best shot on goal for Med City in this game so far as we enter the 64th minute. And that one will get by the Fusion defender, and now Mazzocco will try and square up on it. And a whistle comes before the throw-in. And we'll have a substitution here for Med City. Looks like Mazzocco is going to come out, and I didn't see who came in for him, but we'll figure it out sooner than later. And now the medical trainer will come out and help the Fusion player. It's a little bit chilly out there, so it's very possible that these players are getting some cramps in their legs.
Yeah. I'm gonna go with your.
Right now here in Moorhead, we're under a cloudy sky and 62 degrees. Wind out of the east going to the west at 8 miles per hour. So that would be from the left side of your screen to the right side of your screen. The wind's going 8 miles per hour. So the wind is going in favor of the Dakota. The wind's going in the same direction the Dakota Fusion are going on the field right now. That's the best way to describe it.
She almost scored. She had kind of a breakaway.
It's nice back and forth pinball action here for Med City as they try and set up a play, and now they'll send it upfield, and nice touchback there. And Med City will control it. It'll be picked up there by Matt Roberts. That's an easy one to say. And here might be an opportunity. It's Schrader trying to work an opportunity and couldn't make anything of it. Med City will still control as the ball's back to midfield, though. They'll try and send it back in. Headed away there by the Fusion, and now picked up by the goal scorer, Helly. And was he onside? He must have been, otherwise there would have been a whistle by now. Fusion will drop it back. And they'll control. Now they're going to try and set something up here. That one may have escaped. Now they'll send it back here to Colville. And the Fusion will set it up from the near side. And they'll send it deep up to the opposite side, cross it over. Touched up there by Zamu. It's more like Jamu, actually, and not Za. Ja. There we go. My apologies.
I was watching ESPN and they got for weeks 8. There's like 8 games, 6 or 8 games.
One's tossed in, and Med City will clear it out.
They say the Vikings are going to go
Oh, really?
And now Med City will
I'm surprised you guys are getting rid of
try and make something of it, but the Fusion will take it away, drop it back to Colville, and they'll try and send it away there. You may have heard it about 10 seconds ago, a fan talking about the Minnesota Vikings going undefeated. I'm just going to say that I will bet him a few $1,000s that's not going to happen.
They're going to part ways now.
There was talks of him coming to Cincy, and now I haven't really heard anything.
Like I said, if anyone from the Vikings are watching, there's some prospects for field goal kickers on both of these teams here. So feel free to bring out your wallets and sign who you wish. They'll send it back up here. It'll be touched up by Strachan from Med City. Oh, and now Gonzalez, a little dangerous territory there as he had a Fusion defender right in front of him. And now the Fusion will try and create an opportunity there. And Nicholson tried to feed it up for Butcher, but it'll escape and onto the foot of Gonzalez, who will clear it out. And now Med City will control. No, they will get a, oh yeah, they will. They'll get a throw in. And
or Joe Mixon, like they're good, but I don't think their running backs don't take over games like they used to. And you have to be able to catch. You know, you're more of an option. Offense doesn't revolve around the running backs.
And a yellow card was issued as I look on the replay on my phone, and that was that one in, or no, it's on the back side of the net. Oh, that was a close call there. Might have to look at that one on my replay too, because I was looking to see if that was a card or not, and it was a yellow card that was issued. I'm not sure who it was issued to, though. Oh, yeah, looking at the replay there, he just got it over the crossbar, and it dipped down over the crossbar on the top of the net to make it look like it had gone in. Ah, tough break there for Med City. They could have used a goal there as we approach the 70th minute here. Just a few seconds shy of it.
But even him, he still dominates, I guess, but not like he used to. You know, he's the first couple years. Oh, yeah, he was a
There's another opportunity. Oh, this is a nice job here by Lucas Hart. He scores. And we are knotted up at 1. And Med City in the 70th minute has tied it up at 1-1 on the goal by Lucas Hart. Scoring the goal for Med City, number 9, Lucas Hart. Not a whole lot of people in attendance cheering for that one, but for probably obvious reasons there, but we'll give credit where credit's due. Hart gets it again. Med City controlling it, getting through the defenders until they got it right up to the goal box, and then the Fusion took it away. All knotted up at 1 apiece now here in the 71st minute, so these two teams have just a little bit shy of 20 minutes to try and break the score of 1-1 if they can. So both goals have been scored into the same net.
What? I've seen multiple videos of you falling down from nothing.
Listen, I'll give it to him though because it is bad.
41st minute by Helly for the Fusion to make it 1-0, and now in the 70th minute, it's Lucas Hart to tie it up at 1-1.
Souvenir! You can keep it.
That one, I think it may have deflected off the post there if Gonzalez didn't have anything more to do with it than that, but
I'm so confused on what they call and what they don't call. Like if he'd have fell down, would he have gotten the call?
if people only knew how many microphones we had placed around this field here, they might be a little bit more careful on some of the things that they say. I'm still waiting for somebody to confess to a crime on one of our field mics here. That would be funny.
I don't think I can because I would get caught up into what's going on.
I've joked about it. I'd be like, hey, just so you know, there's a mic in that location, so don't confess to any crimes and you should be good. But to the best of my knowledge, we haven't caught anybody yet. Battle for it on the far side there. It's Mateus Mia. And now the Fusion player a little frustrated. I want to say it's Helly, but I'm not sure. And whoever it was just got some words from the official.
They should let him
1-1 tied up here between the Fusion and Med City. Med City's won both the season openers against the Fusion the last 2 seasons. If they can get one more goal here in about 15 minutes or so, they would potentially go 3-0 here at Jim Gata Stadium in Moorhead. And that one's picked up, and now here's an opportunity. Put back into the inside, and trying to work his opportunity there is Schrader. Schrader still with the ball on the far side. Schrader looking for a centering pass opportunity there, but it was deflected away by the Fusion, and now they take control. And now Med City gets it right back. And tripped up from behind there, and be a free kick for Med City. So the free kick will come in, and Hart, or no, that wasn't Hart, that was actually Roberts who tried to get the boot on it there. The ball will go out towards the admission gate. Med City will have a throw-in from the far sideline. Ball come in, and I headed over a couple defenders right into the hands of Colville, the Fusion goalie, as we now close out the 75th minute of play here at Jim Gata Stadium. Jim Gata Stadium, of course, the big M in the middle there, home of the Moorhead Spuds, high school team here in Moorhead, Minnesota, for those who did not know that. And that one's deflected out of bounds. That should be a Med City throw-in, and it is. I had somebody tell me at a softball broadcast that we did a couple days ago that they can't watch hockey because nobody scores. Well, they haven't. They probably haven't watched hockey recently because there's been a lot of scoring in hockey recently. It's the soccer that he probably should have said that about. But even at a 1-1 score, or even at 0-0, one thing I've noticed about NPSL and even WPSL soccer is that it doesn't really matter what the score is. You can get some entertaining action here from these teams as they try and battle it out to score that go-ahead goal. So you might tune in and see 1-1, but if that's all you're thinking about, you've missed a lot so far. At least that's my humble 2 cents opinion anyway, so. Throw in for Med City, I believe. No, check that, the Fusion. And it'll be Bishop who'll toss it in from the far side. Oh, I'm sorry, it's Pritchard who's tossing it in. I got my 10 and 20 mixed up there. Headed out defensively. Hart will move it upfield, and now a strong kick that goes a little bit wide left. So that will not be considered a shot on goal. That's a stat we used to keep track of, but we decided to not keep track of that, at least on your on-screen scoreboard. And a little bit of a collision there, and we're going to get a card. It's a Fusion yellow card that'll be handed out here.
They are. It's over the top. They act like they've never gotten a call before.
In the 78th minute. And it's the goal scorer, Helly, who picks up the yellow card.
Yeah. So why do you think they get a long nature and the visitors get too short? Oh, are they?
And that is Saurus, Geosaurus, and he'll soar it in, and no pun intended. I totally did not intend to say it that way. And now Colville will come up and get it and have a close encounter there with a Med City player. That one being Toby Millard, excuse me. If I had to guess, probably have 2 minutes of stoppage time.
I have no idea. But we were playing and we had
had a couple leg stretch outs and a goal, so I guess that'd be about 2 minutes.
And I went to save the ball, and like I turned, saved it, and I turned back and.
But still about 10 minutes to play, 11 to be exact,
Like I had.
before this one is fully decided.
Right in the center of my head. I have no idea how.
And one of these teams, with the opportunities that these two teams have put on the, are given for them, geez, like I'm just having a hard day after baseball, now soccer, but with the opportunities that they've been able to create for themselves offensively here through the tough defense, either one of these teams could score at any minute. So you don't want to step away or you might miss something.
And she wouldn't realize they were sitting there. She'd like sit on their lap. But yeah, she would be walking, and all of a sudden she would be like.
And that one will be, now it will be Bishop who will toss it in. No mix up on 10 and 20 this time. That'll be a long toss in, and it'll be headed right back out. It did go out of bounds, and I believe it's a Fusion throw in there, as it was last touched by possibly Jamu on the far side there, if I saw the jersey number that I thought I saw. And now tangled up. I believe that'll be an infraction on the Fusion, and it should be a Med City goal kick if what I saw is, if what I think I saw is what I actually saw. And it will be, because guess who's taking the free kick here in the 81st minute? Med City. So this one's coming just shy of 50 yards away from the net. Oh, wait, no, it was a little bit closer than that. It was more like 45. And that one sent a little bit wide left of the goal, and it'll be a goalie kick here for the Fusion. So Colville will set it up. And Colville will send it upfield. First touch there by Mid-City, and they're going to try and control it here, and they do. And nice job there by Millard. And now the Fusion take it away, and it's on the foot of Nicholson. And now it's the other team who takes it away. It's Mia with the ball. And a nice slide tackle there to punch the ball upfield. And it's a race here between two defenders for Med City, and now the Fusion take control of it. And it's Helly, the goal scorer, who had it taken away. And now the Fusion get it right back. And they send it up front here, and it's an opportunity for Lengayu. And Lengayo had his shot saved, and a great save by Gonzalez to punch it wide. And then eventually scoop it up, and it was going to be a goal kick here for Gonzalez. So Fusion with a great chance there, but couldn't cash in on it. We remain tied at 1-1. This is Sebastian Acuna with the toss. And a little push from behind there by Martin Rasmussen on the goal scorer, Helly. And now Acuna will set it up for a free kick. Sebastian Acuna. You would not think that he's from the United States with the name Acuna, but he is. So don't judge a country by its cover, I guess. The American Acuna will toss it in again. Battle for it in the corner, go over the end line, and that will be a corner kick here for, or no, it'll be a throw-in for the Fusion. Thought it went over the end line, but I guess it didn't. Med City will take it away. And now they'll clear it out of that goalie box there. Controlled there by the Fusion's Ethan. No, that's not Ethan Bishop. That is somebody else. This is indeed Rasmussen. And now we have a whistle and a free kick that's going the Fusion's direction, and a yellow card handed out here for Med City. That's the second yellow card for Med City, and at least one for Dakota Fusion. We had one other yellow card that I wasn't sure which player it was assigned to. Acuna shaken up on the near sideline. The trainer will take him off and kind of favoring that right leg a little bit. He'll lay down and he'll get stretched out. So right now, with Acuna being stretched out, the Fusion are down a man. It's 11-10 in favor of Med City as far as the men on the field. And now coming in for Acuna will be Emil Nywolf, number 3. At least I believe he's coming in for Acuna, but he's coming into the game for sure. Med City throw in, and now it's deflected out. And a chance at the top of the box there. And here's another opportunity, and he skies it up over the crossbar and wide. So now Med City, after only having one quality scoring chance in the first half, they've had about 3 or 4 here in the second half, and they've cashed in on one of those so far. And they could have very easily be leading 3-1 right now if they just taken that one there. And they've had 2 that gone over the crossbar. That could have easily been in the back of the net. But instead, it's 1-1 instead of 3-1, and now it's out of bounds, and it'll be a Fusion throw-in. Nywolf will toss it in here for the Fusion. And that one popped away, and is that going to be I think that's going to be a corner kick for the Fusion. Gonzalez had it in his hand. Somehow it popped out of his hands over the M line, and now the Fusion are going to get a corner kick out of that one when it could have been an easy clear off the foot of Gonzalez. But now Gonzalez will have to tend the goal along with his teammates. Here in the 87th minute, the Fusion have a corner kick opportunity. Send it in, and it's headed out by a Med City defenseman. Out to the far sideline, and that won't go out of bounds. Should be a Med City throw-in, and it is. Med City will exchange 3 different teammates on who's going to throw it in. They'll dump it back to Gonzalez. Gonzalez feeds it back forward. Controlled here by Helly. Now it's taken away by Rasmussen. And here's a chance for the Fusion, just a little bit high and over the top. That chance coming in the 88th minute. But Med City has definitely had more chances in the Fusion here in the second half, and that was the exact opposite in the first half. So things will kind of even out here, just like they have on the scoreboard. We'll see if one of these two can break the 1-1 tie here in the next 3 plus stoppage time. I guess we'd have about 2 minutes of stoppage time, so probably about 5 minutes remaining of the game here. But we'll see what the official at midfield has to say in a couple minutes here. Looks like the Fusion have a substitution pending here. And they will allow that substitution to come in now. At least I think. Yep, they will. Yep. The whistle will blow, and now coming into the game for the Fusion is Mohamed Sanying. A forward from the United Kingdom. He'll be wearing number 8, or at least I think he's going to come in. He's still on the sideline. The midfield official and the official on the field looked at each other, and I thought he was going to order him to come in, but they're going to wait until later, I guess. He'll come in eventually, at least unless play doesn't stop before stoppage time is over, but 1 minute to go plus stoppage time as we reach the 90th minute. All right, so now coming into the game is Mohamed Sanyang. Mohamed Sanyang. There we go. I got it. And the free kick will come in, and it's saved there by Colville. And now I think that is going to be a over the back line and not the, I think, yeah, it's going to be a corner kick here for Med City. So we've officially entered stoppage time now. And the corner kick will come in, and oh, he had an opportunity. I believe that was Wilkinson there who just couldn't quite connect on the header opportunity. He'll go out of bounds now. Ethan Bishop with the toss. 3 minutes of stoppage time according to the official at midfield.
They have another one coming up.
And that one is saved by Gonzalez. So now both teams with a quality scoring chance back-to-back here just as stoppage time begins.
Oh yeah, it's fun for him.
Fusion looking to make a push here. And he puts it up over the crossbar.
You gotta tell him not to throw the ball so fast.
Well, at least we know our clock goes to 90 this year. It fluked out on us at 60 minutes last year, so improvements year after year. Back and forth, they go across midfield. And I'll whistle, and I believe I'll look on the field here. Looks like our camera got kind of tilted a little bit there. We'll try and straighten it out for you. Once again, the first of 10 Dakota Fusion matches that we'll bring to you here this season. We have a good even mix of NPSL and WPSL action this year. Last couple seasons, it's kind of favored the NPSL, but this season it's a little bit more evened out due to the schedule of the teams being home and away and whatnot. It worked out pretty well this year, and that will do it. That'll be your final score. 1-1 tie here, so the Fusion lose the first two of the season in the last two seasons, and now they come up with a 1-1 draw here at Gymkhana Stadium on their third opening season matchup with Med City. So a great game here between two defensive-minded teams here, and both teams with some, about 5-6 quality scoring chances in the game, and both teams are able to cash in on one of those two quality scoring chances. So that will do it for this broadcast. So once again, to recap, your goal scorers in the 41st minute, it was Daniel Helly making it 1-0 for the Fusion, and then in the 70th minute, Med City would respond on a goal by Lucas Hart, and that would be all that these two teams would be able to manage to muster into the net. that will do it for our broadcast today. Once again, thank you so much for tuning in, whether you're watching on the Dakota Fusion YouTube, on the Magnitude Sports YouTube, on 11 Sports, or on FIFA Plus. Wherever you're watching and whoever you were cheering for, we hope you enjoyed the broadcast. For Chris on camera, my name is Mike. You have a great night. We'll talk to you next Saturday when the Dakota Fusion are back again here at Jim Goddard Stadium on Magnitude Sports. Have a great night.
Broadcast was an exclusive presentation of the Magnitude Sports Network. Subscribe, click the bell, and visit magnitudesn.com for a schedule of our upcoming broadcasts.